If you ask CrossFit coaches, what are the movements that you feel like you coach the least or you neglect the most? The ones that will come up are rowing, running, ski erg, any kind of bike. It's all these things that, because I will say that the training of a CrossFit coach to a very large degree neglects these areas, because it's almost assumed that you just pull as hard as you can and you're fine. So there just isn't this focus on the fact that these movements can actually be very technical and are very technical. So I think it's a combination of, it is not a focus in the training. CrossFit training, there's a little bit, but it's very poor. Even I've done, 3 separate levels of CrossFit courses, and I've had very little exposure to any of this. And so there is this lack of understanding and appreciation. And secondly, I also feel a lack of confidence from the coach's point of view of what is actually good technique. It gets sort of battered into you that you do need to coach and cue everything, but not the machines, not the running. That's just the filler movement. That's the one where we keep people moving. And it requires a big cultural change in the coaching team to get them to actually spend time coaching the machines. It's perfectly doable, just like it's doable to coach any other movement in the gym. But I feel like it's that lack of appreciation. And then it's that skill gap also, that if you actually went and sort of called a CrossFit coach and like pushed them up against the wall and said, can you actually tell me how to ski erg properly? Can you break it down the way you break down a snatch? I think some of them would be really hard pressed to do it. And that also obviously makes you quite reluctant to coach it. Because there are many good rowing resources. If you look for them in terms of how to coach rowing well, I'd say on the ski erg side, there's maybe just a couple of people, and you have to look quite hard to find someone who actually has some kind of technical model or system for how to coach it. Because there is this perception like, oh, it's just conditioning, quote unquote. So just tell people to go as hard as they can, and probably that's the purpose of this exercise.